So, good evening, the IPOB family. I bring greetings to you. Mazezoke here. I want to speak to us today about the call for election boycott, 2019 presidential election. I personally do not think is a good idea. If you remember, in 2017, you made that same call for people to boycott the election, and it led you nowhere. The Anambra State governor, Obiano, won the election. The law does not have a minimum requirement for someone to win an election. The way it is today, a governor still emerges in any state in Nigeria if 100 people vote. And if only 75 of those 100 that says this person is our governor, sad, the person becomes your governor. Therefore, the idea of boycotting election or equating your boycott of election to referendum is laughable. To me, it makes no sense. What I think is relevant here is for us to actually, look at these things critically. What are the issues? We say marginalization, that we are not being treated fairly, this and that. I agree. All the grievances raised, I agree. Where we disagree is on the methodology on fixing this. Now, election boycott is akin to cutting your own leg with your own hands in a race. If you boycott the election, of what use is it to you? Some of you say, oh, we've been voting before and it amounted to nothing. My dear, when you get involved, and you agree as a people to elect someone who has agreed to represent you in pursuing a particular goal, it matters. What we have been doing is we do not take part in the elections, not voting, but in getting the candidates that will represent our interest. And I said this to us: one single Biafran senator, one single Biafran House of Representatives is better than over 500 Biafrans marching the street who can be shot by the police. Take this from me. Remember when Antonio Nahoro moved a motion for Nigerian independence? 1953. He moved a motion for independence. It took 7 years for that to materialize. He couldn't have done that if he was not elected parliamentarian. The Scottish got a referendum from the British government. Why? Because they had elected representatives that basically would sit in the British Parliament and say, we move this motion and we want to have a referendum to be in, to decide if we want to be part of UK or not. This type of struggle requires you to have a political angle to it. And the political angle is what is missing. This is not about emotional outburst or insulting people. No, this is about, it's about strategy. How do you get there? How? My take will be 2019 is too late. Come out, vote for a candidate you believe in, a candidate that has promised you restructuring. Yes, someone equally said to me on an argument, oh yes, Buhari promised restructuring, but he failed. Oh yes, Buhari failed. Punish him for failure. Punish him by not voting him. Yes, vote the next candidate. If that candidate comes in and he does the same, punish him as well with your vote. But if you boycott the election, you have not made any comment. We do not need to make this mistake twice. In 2006, at the peak of Masob agitation, Owazirike mistakenly called for the people to boycott the census, the registration. Again, some people cried. Most of us wrote. What happened? People boycotted the census. Today, everywhere you go, they tell you the Southeast is the least populated in Nigeria. Why? Because we shot ourselves. These there are consequences. We are still suffering as a result of those actions. Today, he has issued statements. He has done videos where he regrets or he regretted those actions. Now we want to repeat those actions again. Please, I beg of us. I know many of you will come at the bottom of this video to start making insult and tell, start saying it's election boycott or it's Biafra or nothing or no referendum or anything. Again, we can get referendum or you can get referendum. Let's elect people that believe in the Biafran struggle, that will go to the National Assembly and move a motion for referendum. Moving a motion for referendum does not mean you get referendum automatically. As some of you have actually argued with me that yes, you move a referendum, that the North has the number to shut it down. Come on. If you move a motion for referendum, it becomes a document for people and generations to come to reference. Now, if sometimes a bill or a motion, a bill can be subdued, but hey, that's what parliamentary democracy is. You go into horse trading. It's a give and take. So this is not an emotional exercise, but a strategic one. In being strategic, please let us think more and act less with our emotions. Thank you very much. I hope in 3 days to come, you go and cast your vote and vote for a candidate of your choice. Thank you.